because they were believing the lies, right? And so this is the spiritual war. It's a war between the lies and the truth. A kingdom of truth and a kingdom of falsehood. That's what we have. And so these people were in bondage, 400 years to Egypt, and they were in bondage at that moment to the Roman rule, but on top of all that, they were in the bondage to sin. And that's really what Jesus was getting at. But they didn't see the bondage that they were in because they did not crave the truth. They did not desire to know the truth. They didn't desire to come clean, right? They were being like Adam, hiding behind the bushes in the garden. Right? He didn't want to come clean. He wanted to cover up his sin. Get some fig leaves out and tie it around me, right? And pretend that everything's A-okay. And the Lord's walking in the garden in the cool of the day, calling out, Adam, where are you? And Adam is hiding in the bushes of the garden. Why? Because he did not want to come clean. He was not craving for the truth at that moment. He was fine believing a lie. And he was fine hiding the lie, just pretending everything's okay when it's not. That's believing a lie, right? Yeah. Denying the fact that Adam needed the Lord. Adam needed the Lord to reunite him with himself and bring the harmony back. But he was denying that fact. So that's what these Jewish people are doing here too. They're denying the reality that they need the Lord. They say, no, we're not in bondage at all. Because they didn't crave the truth, they couldn't really see reality. They didn't really want to know. That's why they didn't know. They didn't want to admit how desperately they needed God's help. So I'm saying let's crave the truth, and that will equip us to avoid the lies. If we have a craving for the truth, if we have a hunger for the truth, if we have a true longing, a desire to know the truth, it will equip us to avoid the lies of Satan. Amen. Yep. Like the counterfeit money, right? At the bank tellers don't study counterfeit bills, right? They study the real thing. And they get used to the real money. And then if a fake one pops into their hand, they know it doesn't feel right, it doesn't look right. There's nothing right about it. It's just wrong, and they know it right away. Not because they study all the counterfeits that are out there, but because they study the real thing. And they handle the real thing day in and day out. They know what real money feels like, right? What it looks like. They know every detail about real money. And so then if a fake one gets in there, they recognize it right away. And so we need to be that way with God's truth. Amen? And be so acquainted with the truth. Be so knowledgeable about the truth that as soon as a falsehood pops in there, as soon as a lie comes in, we recognize it right away. Matthew 7, if we could flip over to Matthew 7. Is there any water in the house?
Yes.
Matthew chapter 7. I'm going to read verses 1 to 5 here. Give me a holler if you found Matthew 7. Amen. One amen. Any oh mans? Oh man means I'm not there yet, but I'm on the way. Matthew 7, we're going to start with verses 1 to 5 here. Judge not, so that you be not judged. For with what judgment you judge, you shall be judged. And with the same measure you meet, it shall be measured to you again. And why do you behold the mote that is in your brother's eye, but you consider not the beam that is in your own eye? Or how will you say to your brother, let me pull out the mote out of your eye, and behold, a beam is in your own eye? You hypocrite! First cast out the beam out of your own eye, and then you shall see clearly to cast out the mote out of your brother's eye. So, a hypocrite is not really truthful about their need for God's